Hello, coin collectors, and welcome to DC Coin World International Coin Channel. And what we have here are three coins, two from the Republic of France, or Republique Francaise, and one from the United States of America, or the USA. And this over here is the coin that we're going to talk about today, and that is the France or French 2 franc coin from 1980. So let's get to the back of the date, and then we'll talk about this image on the front later. So what is this? It's a 2 franc coin. It says Liberté, Égalité, Fraternité, 2 francs, 1980. This design has two different designers, but this is the Oscar Roti design on the back, except see how it says, let me blow this up a little bit, magnify it, d'après Euro. So they took the Oscar Roti design and modernized it a little bit. So this isn't the actual engraving that he did, but this is essentially following him in the sense of doing what he did and trying to kind of copy it. And so when they say d'après Euro, they're saying this is kind of a copy that we've modernized a little bit in this particular one. Republique Francaise, and you'll see that it has kind of an interesting edge to it. And this, it looks almost like it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sides. Almost like it's an 8-sided shape, except when you tip it up, you see it's round all the way around. So this is just like an inset picture to kind of give it a little bit more depth. And it actually really works. And that sun, you can see way down to the horizon. You can see the sun coming up. You can see her getting ready to sow her probably wheat or some kind of grain. This is the bag of grain here. This, I think, is Marianne, the French woman's symbology on the coin, sowing the grain. And then if we look at the rim, we see that this is essentially a milled rim, but it's an incredibly widely spaced milled rim. And you'll see this again in some of the modern coins, this wide spacing. We get to this side, we see Liberty, Égalité, Fraternity, and we see that this is an olive branch over here and an oak branch here. Oh, and to answer your question, or to answer the question in the beginning, no, you can't use it. This was demonetized on February 17th, 2002. Not usable in France anymore. It's probably worth about $1 or so US in the United States, and that's as a collector coin. Now, right down here, we see a couple different things, and those are the French markings for the mint mark. And so if we look down here, we see over to the right a dolphin. And the dolphin is the symbol of the mint director from 1978 to 1994, and his last name was Rousseau. And so when we see the this one, we know kind of the range of years. And this is the Rousseau dolphin. There's also on these, you might find a bee or a horseshoe. And then over here, we see I believe it's Cudacious. I'm honestly not sure what this particular one is, and it's really not definable there. But that particular mark will be on all of the 2 franc coins, not just the ones that Rousseau was the mint director for. Now, why do I have the $half here? That's a weird kind of thing, isn't it? What does the $half have to do with the 2 franc coin? And those of you who maybe remember monetary value from 1980 might have come to this one already. And that is, this is the $half US coin. And this, of course, Kennedy on the front says Liberty over his head. Here it says in God, and here it says we trust. And then right down in here, we see a P, which means it's from the Philadelphia Mint, and it's from 1980. And if we look way up underneath Kennedy's collar, see right above the we there, we see that there is a kind of funny symbol there, and it almost looks like a kind of a bandana or something. It's a G and an R, Gilroy Roberts. So Gilroy Roberts was the engraver of this coin. From the Philadelphia Mint in 1980. It turns out that these two in 1980, in January 1980, were worth almost the exact same amount. A 1 franc coin was worth about 25 cents US, and a 2 franc coin in January of 1980 was worth almost exactly 50 cents US. So that's why I have these two, simply because they were very similar in value in 1980. Totally different in size. And if we tip it up, we see that, of course, the United States coin is a copper nickel clad copper. In other words, there's a copper nickel coating on it, copper in the very center, and then copper nickel coating on the back. And of course, we don't need to dwell on the United States coin, but this, of course, the eagle with the, guess what, olive branch and arrow. So the olive is a similar design on both of these coins. They both have kind of the olive branch or the peace design, whereas the United States has this war eagle with the war eating a snake, but it's really a bandana, really the banner, but some people think it's a snake, because there is a Mexican one with a snake on it, but this is not it. The arrows for war, the olive branch for peace, and what France has is the olives for peace and the oak for strength. So they don't need a war symbol, they just use the strength symbol. Now, why do we have this one? Well, we have this one, and this is a pure nickel coin. That's what I was going with the copper nickel from the half. This is a pure nickel coin. And then, of course, this is a bimetallic coin here. This is the 2001 €2 coin. Now, I said that this coin here, the 2 franc, was good until 2002. And so does that mean that these two were in place at the same time? And that's exactly what it does mean. This coin here was good until 2002. And this one actually, they allowed, because the euro actually was fully operational in 2002, they allowed some countries decided to put out coins earlier as they transitioned over, and France was one of them. So this coin and this coin were usable at the same time, but only until 2002, and then this one, of course, was demonetized and is not worth anything. And this, of course, kept its monetization. And if we look way down here, we see the Jimenez, Jimenez, who was the engraver of this coin, and we see the RF here, and of course that is the Republique Francaise. So when we see the RF here, that tells us the same thing as the R and the F here, Republique Francaise, and of course this is the kind of a tree of life design here. And then this is just modern. Now, if you count, you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 stars here, 11, 12. Guess what? The 12 stars of the European Union at that point, who used the euro. So there's the 2 euros, there's a 12 stars here, 12 stars on the back, and this coin has a funny edge. And so let's look at this one. It's a milled rim, but it's called an encused milled rim. So let's see if we can see what it says on here. See the letters as we go. There's a 2. So if you go this way, you see 2, and then if you go this way, you see 2, and these stars in between. And then we have, see the watch right here, we have a star, then we have another star, and then we have again the 2, star, star, upside down 2. So it kind of flips over as you go. So this is the 2 euro. What's the 2 euro worth? Well, the 2 euro is worth $2.44 US. So it's worth about 6 times what this 2 franc coin was worth. This was worth 50 cents. This is worth almost $2.50 US. And 5 times, did I say? And it's worth 5 times what the United States half dollar is worth, because the half dollar in the United States is still worth a half dollar. This one is not worth anything anymore except to collectors. How much would you pay for one of these? Well, you pay $1 for this. You probably get one of these for $1 or a little bit over. So these are still equal in value in terms of collectors. These are, if you rate these in terms of which ones are the most rare, these are 2 of the least rare coins you can collect. They actually made a lot more of this coin than this one. They made 100 million of these 2 franc coins in 1980, and they made about 44 million of the Philadelphia Mint coins in 1980. But both of them are, this is a 3 out of 100 on the rarity scale, and this is a 4 out of 100 on the rarity scale. That means they're all over the place. They're not rare. Unless you have an incredibly good condition one, it's not going to be highly valuable. All right, well, that's all we have today from DC Coin World International Coin Channel. We'd love to have you subscribe to our channel and leave any comments you might have in the comment section. Well, let's get that €2 back in and keep our France theme and not let the United States take over our French theme for the video.